Hey guys, it's Hollywood Studios here, and we have some absolutely massive news out of Six Flags Great Adventure. This morning, Great Adventure did a pretty big dump of all of the new things that will be happening at the park in 2022, and let me just say, there is a lot happening. Probably the biggest, most exciting news out of everything that was announced is the fact that Bizarro, their B&M floorless coaster that has been at the park since 1999, is being rethemed back to Medusa. Now, if you guys remember back in November, I first spotted the green track and arm supports on Bizarro, and we all assumed that it was going to be a DC retheme like Riddler or Aquaman, and that's what I had heard from a lot of employees at that time. And I'm guessing that they were probably going to go for a Riddler or Aquaman retheme initially, judging off the fact that the paint colors matched other rides like Riddler Revenge at Six Flags Magic Mountain and Six Flags New England. But if I had to guess, the plans with DC likely fell through, and they also likely heard from fans that we just want Medusa back. So they have announced that Medusa will be returning to the park. It will have the green and orange color scheme like we've already seen. It looks like the fire effect from Bizarro will stay, as you can see right here. Flamethrowers are still there, so I'm assuming they're probably just going to keep them. In addition to all these pictures you see here, which were released both by the park, on the Great Adventure Connoisseurs page, and on the Great Adventure History Forums pages, they also released a backstory and other information about Medusa. So Medusa is going to have a more frontier style theme, kind of themed after a mine, where they nickname a mine Medusa because it's pretty crazy. And that's pretty much all we know about the storyline. They haven't revealed too much yet. They haven't even given us a logo yet, but I'm sure that they're going to do a great job theming this. I, for one, am so happy that they're going with a Medusa theme as opposed to a DC theme for a number of reasons. For one, I initially had predicted a Medusa retheme all the way back in November. If you guys remember, I had posted a video on if Bizarro was going to be rethemed to Medusa in 2022. The day after that, I changed my tune to Riddler because of the track color we saw, but it looks like I was right from the very first video, which is really, really cool. And second is the more obvious thing, which is the fact that Medusa, especially this mining theme, fits so much better into the theming of the area Frontier Adventures than a theme like Riddler or Aquaman would. I'm truly not sure if this was planned initially, like I said, or maybe if Salim Bazol, the new CEO of Six Flags, had something to do with this change. For all we know, he could either be trying to get away from DC themes and Looney Tunes themes or be more for them, but bottom line is, Medusa is coming to Six Flags Great Adventure in 2022, and it just looks absolutely awesome. I'm so excited for the fact that Bizarro is being rethemed to Medusa. I can't even control it. And judging off of what the park is saying, it is coming in spring 2022. So that could really mean anything. That could mean it's ready for opening day. That could mean it's ready for May, June. We're not really sure, but I doubt it's really going to take that long for Medusa to reopen. They seem to have also released pictures that show the current progress of Medusa's repaint, and it looks like most of the supports have been repainted. And we can also see what the new trains are going to look like. Now, they're obviously the same trains that have been used on Bizarro, just they're receiving a fresh coat of paint with green, orange, and it looks like some sort of bronze color, like almost black, but not quite black. And right here we can also see the official names of the colors and the codes for the colors that are being used on Medusa, which is really, really cool to see. There are plenty of things, though, that we do still have yet to see, and I'm excited to see them revealed as time goes on. For starters, Medusa has a very iconic entrance. It was iconic as Medusa originally. It was iconic as Bizarro especially. So I'm very curious to see what they're going to wind up doing with the entrance sign. Obviously, Bizarro's sign is not going to be reused unless they're going to retrofit it with a new logo. But I really do hope that they pay homage to both Bizarro and the original Medusa sign in some way, because that is probably the most iconic aspect of the ride, the fact that you walk in under the Cobra Roll with that huge sign. So I definitely hope they keep that really big sign and make it very grand. And I also hope to see some more improvements around the Medusa area, specifically where that food truck is and near the Safari's station. There's kind of like a whole lot of nothing right there, especially with the arena right next to Medusa. So I think it'd be really cool if we could see some other stuff come in there. It doesn't even have to be anything crazy, maybe just some new shops or just some more landscaping to make that area feel a little more alive. Maybe even a new ride down the line, but obviously we're talking predictions. That's not what's happening this year. but I really do admire Six Flags Great Adventure for listening to their fans and retheming Bizarro to Medusa, because Medusa is a fan favorite theme. Everyone loved Bizarro when it was Medusa, and I'm very happy to see that Medusa is coming back. I definitely, like I said, think it's a much better choice than going with a DC IP. Maybe it might not be better for licensing, but I think overall people are going to be able to recognize Medusa more so than just associating it with a superhero. I think that's better overall for the ride and recognition of the ride. In addition to this news about Medusa, we have other news about Medusa and a couple other of Great Adventure's major coasters, which also has me extremely excited for the 2022 season. Obviously, you all know that El Toro will be reopening in spring 2022. Whether that's on opening day or a little after has yet to be seen. I'm going to predict that it's going to be on opening day, but I guess we'll see. But the park has announced that there will be single rider lines coming to the following coasters: El Toro, Jersey Devil, Nitro, and Medusa. This is huge. If you've been to Great Adventure, you know that there is always empty seats on the rides. And especially if you're someone like me who likes to get as many rides as you can, it is very painful to watch those trains pull out with empty seats. It's terrible to see. And I think Salim Bazol knows that it decreases the overall capacity of the rides, which is why he is implementing, or the park is implementing, these new single rider lines. It's already on Joker and is technically used, and there is one on Green Lantern, but I haven't seen it open or used in a really long time. But I think rides, especially like Jersey Devil and Nitro and Medusa, will really benefit from this, because if you've been to Great Adventure in 2021, you would know that Jersey Devil almost always has empty back rows, which is really just sad to see because it's the best draw on the ride. But also for the fact that the ride really doesn't have that much capacity from the get-go, because it's only 12 riders per train, and every lost rider there is pretty big, especially if there's a long line. So I think a single rider line on that ride will be very helpful. Same with Nitro. You're typically going to see groups of 2, 3, sometimes 4 go into a row, and there is very often empty seats on Nitro. Same with Medusa. And El Toro, you even see it too, when other single riders or groups of 3 or other odd number groups go on, and there's always someone sitting alone, and it's good to see that those seats will wind up being filled. I can see how they're going to do it with Jersey Devil. You can probably just run that single rider line right up the exit ramp, because that's pretty much where we all wait anyways to fill the rows. On Nitro, I'm truly not sure how they're going to do it, because that's kind of a strange setup over there. Same with Medusa. El Toro, they could probably just have you go up the ADA ramp in the back and just fill you in. But overall, I am very, very happy to see that single rider lines will actually be implemented on 4 of the park's biggest coasters. It's great to see. It helps capacity, and overall will make the park a lot better. Now, this is part 1 of 2 videos that will be covering all the changes coming to Six Flags Great Adventure in 2022 that were announced today, March 2nd. If you want to see the other changes that are coming to the park next year, stay tuned, or if you're in the future, the video is already out, so go check that out. There's plenty of other awesome changes coming to the park, and Medusa is just one of them. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.